When you hear the words Great Wall of China, what comes to mind? An endless stone wall stretching across deserts and mountains visible from space? A fortress built to stop invading armies? The truth, however, is far more complex and fascinating. Today, we separate myths from reality and uncover the true story behind one of humanity's greatest engineering marvels. The Great Wall has captured the world's imagination for centuries. It's often depicted as a single, continuous barrier stretching thousands of miles, the only man-made structure visible from space. But is this how the wall really is, or have myths and legends clouded our understanding? One of the most common myths is that the Great Wall is a single, unbroken wall. In reality, it is a vast network of walls, fortifications, trenches, and natural barriers built over 2,000 years by different dynasties. If you add them all up, the wall stretches over 21,000 kilometers, but it's made up of overlapping segments, built, rebuilt, and abandoned across history. Another misconception is that the Great Wall was built in a single era. In truth, construction began as early as the 7th century BCE, when small states built walls to protect their territories. The first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang, connected several walls in the 3rd century BCE. Later, the Han Dynasty extended it to protect Silk Road trade routes. The most iconic sections we see today? They were built much later, during the Ming Dynasty between the 14th and 17th centuries. Was the wall an impenetrable shield? Not exactly. History shows that nomadic groups like the Mongols and Manchus managed to breach or simply bypass it. In fact, the Ming Dynasty itself eventually fell to the Manchus, despite the wall. Instead of an unbreakable fortress, the wall was a deterrent, a warning line slowing invaders and giving Chinese armies time to respond. Perhaps the most famous myth of all, the claim that the Great Wall can be seen from space with the naked eye. The truth? Astronauts like Neil Armstrong and China's own Yang Liwei confirmed that the wall is not visible from the moon, and even from low Earth orbit it's very hard to spot without aid. The wall is long, but it's narrow, blending in with the natural landscape. It's often said that millions of workers died while building the wall, their bodies buried within it. While it's true that construction was brutal and countless laborers, soldiers, and prisoners perished, the idea of bodies inside the wall is more legend than fact. Archaeological studies have found no human remains in the structure itself. Instead, fallen workers were buried nearby. Still, the human cost was immense, showing the wall's story is one of sacrifice as well as achievement. Beyond the myths, the Great Wall stands as one of history's greatest feats of engineering. Built with stone, brick, tamped earth, and wood, it snakes across mountains, deserts, and grasslands. Watchtowers, signal fires, and garrisons formed a complex communication and defense network. The wall wasn't just a barrier, it was a living system of military strategy. Today, the Great Wall is far more than an ancient defense system. It has become a symbol of Chinese resilience, culture, and unity. For tourists, it represents wonder and history. For the Chinese people, it embodies a connection to their ancestors' struggles and triumphs. In 1987, UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site, recognizing its universal value. But the wall faces serious threats today. Harsh weather, erosion, and human damage have left large sections in ruins. In fact, over 30% of the wall has already disappeared. Local communities and conservation groups are working tirelessly to protect what remains, but preserving a structure this vast is an enormous challenge. Why do the myths about the Great Wall persist? Perhaps because they capture the imagination, elevating the wall from stone and brick to legend. While not all the stories are true, they reveal humanity's fascination with endurance, scale, and wonder. In truth, the wall doesn't need exaggeration. It's already one of the most extraordinary creations in human history. The Great Wall of China is not just a wall. It's a timeline in stone and earth stretching across centuries of human history. Myths may cloud its image, but the reality is just as powerful. It is both fragile and eternal, a reminder of human perseverance and the passage of time. Thank you for joining us on this journey along the Great Wall of China. If you enjoyed uncovering the myths and realities of this wonder, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Discussing China. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a story from the Middle Kingdom.